the UK to the USA.
Shout out to the whole Mayhem squad, man, all the way from North Carolina.
It's the Friday Mayhem Clubhouse Show with Anthony B and Mr. Carlos.
Hey. We have a special guest today. I tell you what, we just cannot wait to interview this lovely lady. And she's coming up next. It's this lovely lady. Here we go. She's coming up next. We are so professional here. Right here on the Mayhem Show. Shall we bring her in?
Yep, bring her in.
Hey!
Yeah.
Oh, hey! You're used to all of this. Yeah. How are you, Cynnamyn? How are you?
So I left Arizona, going to reach stardom in Hollywood, lights, camera, action, all that stuff. So I finally got my break, and somebody from the Platters, if you're old enough to remember the Platters, they saw me performing at a nightclub in LA and took me to Motown. And I guess the rest is history. It was amazing. I did one thing after another. And then my daughter got signed to Motown, and she was in a girl group called Pretty in Pink. Dr. Khan's daughter was in the group. It was 5 young ladies. It was amazing. It was amazing. And I started vocal coaching their group. So people from the other record labels and producers, directors, there was a lot of people that would see me vocal coaching that group. And they kind of liked my technique. So my technique is very intricate. Like I listen to every word, every vocal sound, every vowel sound, every breath, the way you approach the note, how you start the phrase, how you end the phrase, whether you have feeling and emotion and control and intonation and, and then I teach acting, so it all coincides. And basically that's how I started vocal training.
Okay. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, no, that's okay. So, it looks like you look at body language, you look at the whole package.
The whole package. Yeah. The whole package. Because it all works together. Stage presence, your microphone technique, like I said, acting. Are you able to sell the song and make it believable? And, it all works together. So I've worked with some people that, that are tone deaf.
Right.
You don't want to because a lot of people are like, can you teach anybody to sing? And the answer is no.
Okay. So it's not true that anybody can be a singer.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. You might be able to coach me. You might be able to coach me. Okay.
Well, you have to have a little something there to begin with, So that way I can take your raw talent that you have and build on that, So.
Okay. So have you ever had somebody come to you, started to sing, and you thought they were dire, no good, and they really wanted to be a singer? How do you actually deal with that?
Now, hold on, before you answer that question, are you sure you want to expose the individual? Because I can see you're thinking about it. I can see what's going through your mind. Shall I? Shan't I?
Let me make sure. I'm not going to say any names. Okay.
Okay then.
I'm just going to keep it safe.
Don't name them.
But I have worked with a lot of people that really, really thought that they could sing.
Yes.
And I don't tell them that you're a great singer and that you have a future as a singer. I will guide them in another direction. Like, you're really good at acting, or, modeling is, oh my gosh, you could really be a model. Look at that face, So I try to discourage them in one area and get them into another area. But nobody wants to, destroy anybody's dreams. I try to help everybody that does want to try to be a singer. I try to be there for you, encourage you, mentor you, and not to destroy your dreams, but to help you to, like I said, build your dreams in another direction.
So does that challenge of trying to teach someone that maybe is not a singer naturally to sing, does that put you off taking on the challenge, or does that encourage you to go for it and see if you can create a singer out of that individual?
Well, I mean, there are a lot of people that got booed on the Apollo, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they have become huge stars.
Yeah.
So things can happen. You know, that's why I don't try to discourage you and say, you can't sing. You know, even if you're working in another area of entertainment, you know, I still work with you, and it helps you to build your singing voice, because there's a lot of different areas of singing that you can go into. There's theater, you know, musicals. There are jingles, you know, there's background, you know, you can do a lot of different things. So you may not be that lead front person, because look at all of the singers that have come out of groups that are now, you know, they were in a group and now they're stars. Like Shamari DeVoe, who came from Black, Beyonce, you know, Lionel. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So I hear now a lot of singers that say, I don't want to be in a group, but that could be your jump start into your.
Correct. Can I ask another question? And this question, you don't have to answer it. Have you ever turned somebody away and they've become a star?
Oh, Lord.
You don't have to answer it. It's a question.
So, basically, are there any regrets? Is there someone you thought, oh my God, I let that one go? I just...
Actually, no. Everybody that I've thought that was going to be a star has become a star. I can seriously look at somebody. I can look at your talent, your personality, of course, your talent, your voice and everything like that. But I can also tell whether you have star quality.
Right.
Because, yes.
Not going to finish your point. Go on. Finish your point.
No, I was going to say, if you're shy, I can tell if you're shy.
Okay.
And of course, you know, being on stage, you can't be shy on stage.
No, of course you can't.
Hold on 2 seconds.
Okay.
Because you have that wisdom, that knowledge, that vision, is Anthony B a star? We require you to answer that question.
I have to hear him sing. He said he can sing.
Okay, just check.
Okay, let it go. Let it rip.
Let it go, Anthony.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'll wait until the end just in case, because I don't want to mess up this interview. It's going well. It's going well.
You already are a star. Look at you. You're on, you know, major radio shows. So I applaud you.
Thank you.
You're a star.
Yeah, thank you. I love you already. You're my favorite.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Cynnamyn. You were on Encore. Encore. It was on Encore. BET.
Yeah.
You know, you were working with like 702, Total people, artists along those lines. And I tell you what, I had a bit of a problem with when they all get together. It always seems to be almost like a cat fight, you know, and they're all against each other and not working as a unit. And you know, you're obviously putting together a group. Yeah. How was that for you? How did that all, you know, how do you actually deal with those women? Because, my gosh, I watched a few episodes and they were really catty. Really.
Ooh, well, you saw in one episode, all I did was got a bottle of water and just...
I did. I saw that. I'm sure it had alcohol in that one. I tell you.
I'm just not about the drama, but I believe that, you know, it's just like what I said about groups. You know, you always get that tension in groups as well. You know, it just depends on the people. It depends on the people. I put together 6 groups and I managed them on my management company. And sometimes it's not the people in the group. I had a lot of kids, that were under 18. It was a lot of times the parents that were causing the trouble, So there's always going to be some type of dissension, but it's not about who's outshining who or who's going to be in the lead. It's about making a unit and making it work. That's why I applaud men, because guys, you have coaches in football and basketball and all this, and you have to work together as a unit to, and unfortunately, I don't know, something about women that just kind of.
Yeah, I thought it was down to their drive. I mean, obviously they wanted it so bad. They wanted to be a part of the group. So I think the cattiness kind of came out of them. But as I say, I was a little bit taken aback because some of them were really rude, and it was really, really bad. And I did see you take a swift of that water, alcohol, whatever you had in there.
Because if I had said what I really wanted to say, because the very first day I walked in the room, somebody said to me, "Look, we are professionals. We don't need vocal training."
Yeah.
Right there, I was like, okay, wait a minute. I have been doing this since you are old. So you have to remember there's always something that you can learn. If you don't open your mind up enough to learn, you're never going to get to the next level. So, all of that bickering that they did, they could have gotten more songs than they did. They could have gotten a better sound in the studio, and I work with my artists. I didn't mention that I am a trainer. So I started bodybuilding in college, and I realized that your core is the most important part of singing. Your core. And it's your diaphragm, your diaphragmatic coastal breathing area. And I ask a lot of my students, and they say they have a vocal coach and this and that and the other. So I'll ask them, what is the diaphragm? And they'll say, I don't know. It's right here. And they don't tell me what it is. It's a muscle. And in bodybuilding, you have to work your muscles to get stronger. So you have to learn how to work your core so that you can have a wider range, where you can have more voice control, more power, and also have better intonation and be able to milk your song and milk your audience. You just got to come with the milk, So it's a lot into it. What did you say?
It's the package, man. You got to have the whole package. A little bit like when you hear me sing, I'm going to have the whole package. I'm really nervous now because of what you said. I'm nervous. I'm not going to sing. So
please
you worked
do.
with
Oh my God, I can't wait. But if you notice, when I had all the girls around the piano and they were starting to sing their songs, they were all saying that Shamari had the biggest voice and the best voice, and it was a lot of people that were saying that. But I've been working with her since she was 13 years old, and she never stops. Like, she's constantly, she and Brandy. I started working with Brandy when she was 12. And I work with the group Black right now, and they continue to train. So it's about being humble and continuing to enhance your craft. You can always get better.
Yeah, and I think you've also got to have that kind of star quality as well. Because I watch a number of those shows, and they can sing. A lot of these people, up and coming artists, can sing. But what I find is they just don't have the star quality. When they're on stage, they don't sing with feelings. They don't sing with a certain vibe. Could you bring that out of somebody who came to you? So it's not about just the vocal side of it. It's about the entertainment, I suppose, is what I'm saying. Yeah?
Yes. So I have another technique in my training that is called song interpretation and song study.
Okay.
So I teach them about embellishments. So you may say one phrase And somebody else says the phrase a total different way. So if you said, I believe the children are the future from The Greatest Love of All, somebody could say, I believe the children are the future. Or you could say, I believe the children are the future. So you get a different meaning each time you say it, but you have to embellish something so that your audience feels whatever you are trying to portray. So I tell them, you have to write the song down, write all the lyrics down, turn it into a monologue, act it out, and then write your treatment. Understand what the song is about. There's so many of my students that sing songs. Like I have a student that was singing a song for you, but he doesn't know what the song is about. He just sings the song. He sings it beautifully. But once I had him write down the lyrics and understand the story behind the song, he was able to connect with it. And now we're able to give him the feeling breaths and the glottal attacks and all of the, you know, the emotion that is required in portraying that song and touching somebody's heart. So it's really hard working with me because I do so much. And I get a lot of singers that say, you know what, I used to think I could sing before I came to you. But it's only because I break you down.
So you say you add passion to that song. So they're singing a song and we need to see passion for you to feel what they're singing.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Now, you're also, you were talking about actors as well. You train actors, actresses. I want to talk about the merge, how it marinates. So, you know, with singers, with artists singing, do you also bring in your coaching style to teach them how to act when they're on stage? That's a good question. How to act when they're on stage as well?
I do. I also work with rappers, but if you... a long time ago, I worked with Amari Hardwick, who has now become a major star. And he was a teenager when he took my acting course. But, you know, and he's one that did not want to sing, but he was in the acting portion of my program. And it's the acting, you know, the same thing that I apply to singing to make it believable and with more passion, I give that to my actors as well, because you have to sell the story. That movie is not going to be a great movie unless you understand your role, your character, and you're able to live that character. You have to become that character. And there's no difference in singing. There's no difference. And then you have to, when you're on stage and when you're on, you know, doing your scenes or scene study monologues, you have to have definite moves. You have to have the facial expressions that match your moves. Everything has to match. So I have definite move. Random movement is just something not knowing what you're doing because you're nervous. So, you know, a lot of my students that have gone on The Voice and American Idol, and you know, they've won. They've gone, you know, a long way. And if you understand that it all works together, you know, then do it. I encourage everyone to take vocal training, but unfortunately, a lot of my students that come to me that have been to other coaches, they tell me that they've never done all of this, you know. So I'm going to have a master class one day, you know, and, you know.
You're a woman with a lot
sounds
of
amazing.
knowledge.
Sounds amazing.
Out of all the artists, the top ones that you've worked with, you know, what is your top 5, do you think, you've worked with in terms of artists? Or do you don't want to say? You don't have to.
That are
or just
stars?
level of achievement.
So,
you know, you've trained them and they've gone forward and they've really achieved. They've really taken your learning, put it to good use, and
This is a tough one. I can see it
push
in
their
her face.
careers further than maybe even you thought they would get to?
Well, August Alsina,
Okay.
Jagged Edge.
Oh wow.
I'll go back. Shamari and Brandy from Black. I've also done a little bit of work with Ronnie DeVoe.
Okay.
And Althea Hart, who was on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah,
Yes.
And Fergie from Black Eyed Peas.
Okay.
And Black, Pretty in Pink from, Shaka Khan's daughter, my daughter, Tania, Tamika, Marissa. And the list goes. It's 5 girls that were in the group, and they were amazing. You can see their videos. Let's see. I can't even. My manager was Ollie Woodson from The Temptations, lead singer of The Temptations, and Ronaldo Ray. They co-managed me. He was the comedian. Rest in peace, both of them. They jump-started my career. They taught me a lot. They actually taught me a lot of what I'm talking about now, But I mean, when people ask me that question, it's just so hard to go into it. And I'm sorry if I forgot people, but I can send you my EPK.
Listen, you've just delivered a wide range of people that we all know about. You mentioned, is it Amari as well? As a matter of fact, I just watched his latest film on Netflix, so he's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Pretty very well.
So we salute you for the services that you've provided for these individuals and how far they've got.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, we are going to get going on my new show too. Everyone had been asking me since the Encore. They were asking me and saying that, you need to have a show of your own where you show what you do, how you train the artists and what they need to do. And, so we have started working on that, hopefully it will be out soon. So Anthony, if you want to be on that show, let me know.
I want to be on your show. Yeah. I want to be on your show. Yeah.
And
you may not have any viewers. You may not have any viewers, but I want to go on your show. If I go on your show, it won't work. I'm not that great.
And I just finished with Shamari and Black filming Unsung. And I have another show that's possibly going to be coming out this year. It's a dating show. It'll be on Netflix. So, yeah. A couple of different things coming up.
I do have a question. Just going back slightly, this vocal coach, what you're doing, training actors, actresses. Is this something you wanted to do prior to actually getting into this field? What did you want to do before?
No. I'm the one that loves being on stage. I'm the one that's on stage, So I had my own band starting in 7th grade, and we used to sing the Beatles stuff, and Diana Ross's stuff, and and it was just something that I always wanted to do. But when my daughter got signed on Motown, I just gravitated toward working with their group. They asked me to work with them vocally, and I saw that I really, really loved it. It became a passion just to help somebody else to reach their goals and their dreams, And so many people have had their dreams crushed. I've got my share of crushed dreams. Definitely.
And I suppose that's the reason why you've got the wealth of knowledge, to put onto the up and coming stars and talent that you work with at the moment. So, I've watched you on YouTube. I've done my due diligence. I've watched you. I even watched you on another show. And this guy was, he said he was a singer in church. And you were saying, right, go on, give us some vocals. I think it took him about 10 minutes. He was giving you stories all the time. Well, that was that. Yeah, give us a verse. Well, I was watching it, so I'm going to be high because I'm. You ready for it? Do you want me to do it now?
Yeah, go on, please deliver.
Right. Anytime, please. So, did you watch the YouTube show that I did, the karaoke? I had my car karaoke.
That was the best. Some of those singers, I think one of them made you cry. I watched it. I watched the whole thing. I watched the one with the guy, and this Jamaican guy was singing, and he had.
Oh, you saw the Petty King show with the Wanye Morris.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the guy, he made you cry.
He did, and you know why?
Yeah, go on.
It was exactly what I was talking about just now, the passion.
Yeah.
And I told him, you don't have to have the best voice in the world. You don't have to, you just come with that passion and that feeling. And it was amazing. He really made me cry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to make you laugh. It won't be crying. I just want to let you know. Are you ready? Are you ready? Now, this is a song I put together, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, he's going to sing. Okay.
And this was so I was dating my wife now, and I wrote a song for her. And this one's called Jenny. I love you. Are you ready for this?
Before you start, hold on.
Okay.
Now we're going to begin this with a round of applause, and here we have for you guys, Anthony B with his latest single.
Thank you very much.
And he's going to deliver it right here, right now.
Thank you very much. Okay,
right now.
This is a song dedicated to Jenny and also the lovely Cynnamyn. Baby. Okay. Okay. It's not going to be good. I'm worried now. You're a star.
Oh my God.
Ready. I've gone all nervous now. I can't do it.
I believe in you, my brother. I believe in you. I believe you can do it. Come on.
This one's Jenny. Right. Ready? Jenny, I love you. Gee, I wanna love you each and every night. Okay, that's it.
Well, thank you.
Would you like to turn my way? I mean, I thought that was fantastic, and I think I've got a chance. Oh, I just bring the funny to the station. Oh, I could see. Yeah. I know you're sweating that one. I can even see you're crying with laughter.
Tears of joy.
I was really I had to make sure everything's still okay,
No. Okay. Cynnamyn, whilst you compose yourself.
So he's put a lot of work into it.
Yeah, that's
okay.
A lot of work.
So you want me to critique that?
No, I'm going. Come on.
You want me to critique you?
I do indeed, yes.
Yeah. He wasn't using his diaphragm, no?
He wasn't using anything.
So I've got no hope whatever. I tried, but I failed. I don't
You
mind.
really have to work on your, you got to work on your vibrato first of all. You got to work on your pitch, your vibrato, your phrasing, your diction, your vowels. You got to work on you got to work on everything.
Okay, thank you. You really built up my confidence. Thank you.
No, that was great. That was great.
No,
what do you guys think?
No, I like your honesty because I knew it was coming. Okay, finally, Cynnamyn, what can people expect from you? You mentioned your new show's coming up. What else is happening?
Well, there is another show that we're working on. We're shooting the pilot for, and it is for children. And we're actually looking for 13 to 17-year-old kids down here in Atlanta. If you can, and you don't have to be a singer for this show. You just have to have leadership skills, and be an entrepreneur, have creative mind, you know, somewhere where you think the kids will be in the future. That's why the song, The Greatest Love of All, works so well. And I am also, I mean, it's so much. I am possibly getting ready to, well, I'm flying to LA to shoot a commercial. So I'm not at liberty to say the commercial yet, but I mean, it's just a lot of really, really good things happening. And the main is getting the show going, my reality show, and working with new artists, or old artists who just need to be rebuilt. You know, they've been out here, they've had dreams destroyed, and they've had promises that were broken, and you know, they've gained weight. A lot of people have gained weight, and they don't know, they don't realize all of that weight, you know, impacts your diaphragm, you know, so you have to work. That's why I say you have to work. You got to work out.
Yeah, you have to. It's very, very important. But listen, my final, where can people find you? If you can give out your socials, please.
Well, it's Cynnamyn Robinson, and it's across the board. CYNNAMYN Robinson. I'd like to give a shout out if I can.
Of course you can.
First of all, Lisa English Promotions. She's amazing. She's amazing. She does so much. She helps so many people. If you are in the entertainment business, or a singer, rapper, whatever, I think you should look her up. She's also on Facebook, Instagram, everything. She's my heart. And I'd like to give a shout out to my son, Tikawani, my daughter, Tania, and they are doing wonderful things. He's a producer as well. He produced Brownstone and Jade, and you know, a lot of different artists. And, you know, we keep it in the family over here, you know?
Yeah, of course.
That's really good.
Course.
Really impressive.
Yeah, listen, thank you so much for coming on. Watched you on BET as a vocal coach. You needed to just punch them in the throat because they were a little bit. I didn't like it. But thank you.
I didn't either. But you know, we had to do what we had to do. And a lot of people think it's scripted, but it was not.
No, I can tell. Okay, and
you've done well. You've done so well.
Yeah, and it's very, very clear that I won't be on your show. So
not singing anyway.
Not anything.
Well, that was your audition. I am taking auditions for the show. People can send me a video to my Instagram, or they, you know, DM me or send it to my Facebook Messenger. Send me your video, and we are going to start building our cast for the reality show to build the next new artist.
Okay, guys, so you've heard that. Send your video across, and who knows, you could be the next star.
Yeah,
I'm coming to London. I want to come.
Yeah, come to London. Hang out with us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Listen, thank you. It was a pleasure, and it certainly wasn't a chore speaking to you. So thank you so much. Have yourself a great weekend. And
Thank you.
I'll keep in contact with you because you never know. We'll just hook up. Come over to London.
Yes, definitely. I'm coming. My brother has been there. He was there 8 years in the service, and he saw the changing of the guards.
Okay,
he said it's amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm coming. Thank you.
Come on over.
Come visit the UK.
Okay, thank you. And
thank you so much.
Yeah?
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, this is the Mayhem Clubhouse show.
Yeah.
From the UK to the USA.
Shout out to the whole Mayhem squad, man, all the way from North Carolina.
It's the Friday Mayhem Clubhouse show with Anthony B and Mr. Carlos. It's the Friday Mayhem Clubhouse show with our hosts, Anthony B and Mr. Carlos.